North Korea is a country that is shrouded in mystery. Its government is known for being extremely secretive, and very little is known about the everyday lives of North Koreans. Despite its isolation, North Korea has become one of the most talked about countries in the world. It has made headlines for its nuclear program, its human rights violations, and its leader, Kim Jong-un. However, there are many secrets about North Korea that are not widely known. In this video, we will share 15 shocking and little-known secrets about North Korea that you need to know. From the country's bizarre laws and customs to the brutal reality of life for ordinary North Koreans, prepare to be amazed at what you'll learn about this reclusive nation. Number 15. North Korea's nuclear weapons program. North Korea's nuclear weapons program is one of the most controversial and concerning issues facing the world today. The North Korean government has been pursuing a nuclear weapons program for decades, and their progress has been a source of concern for the international community. Despite international pressure and sanctions, North Korea has continued to develop their nuclear capabilities, including testing their weapons and ballistic missiles. The regime claims that their nuclear program is for self-defense purposes. However, its actions have raised alarm bells worldwide. North Korea's nuclear weapons program has been a contentious issue between the country and the United States for many years. The situation has escalated to the point where North Korea has threatened to use their nuclear weapons against the US and its allies. The development of North Korea's nuclear weapons program has also had a significant impact on the country's economy. Number 14. Concentration camps in North Korea. Concentration camps in North Korea are a dark reality. It is estimated that there are between 80,000 to 120,000 political prisoners in North Korean concentration camps. These prisoners are often detained for life and subjected to extreme torture, forced labor, and severe malnutrition. In these camps, prisoners are often forced to work long hours in dangerous and inhumane conditions without any rights or freedoms. The conditions are so severe that many prisoners die within the first few years of detention. Despite this, the world knows very little about North Korean concentration camps due to the government's strict control over information and lack of access for outsiders. It is essential that we raise awareness about the human rights abuses taking place in North Korea and push for change. Number 13. Economic difficulties. North Korea is a country that has been under economic sanctions for decades. Due to the country's isolationist policies, it has not been able to develop its economy, and the people of North Korea have suffered as a result. The country relies heavily on trade with China, but even that has been affected by the global economic downturn. Despite the country's vast mineral resources, it has not been able to develop its mining industry due to a lack of investment. The country's agricultural sector has also suffered due to a lack of investment and poor farming practices. The country's main exports are coal, iron ore, textiles, and seafood, but these have also been affected by economic sanctions. The country has also been hit hard by natural disasters, such as floods and droughts, which have affected its agricultural output. Despite these economic difficulties, the country's leaders have focused on developing its military capabilities, which has further drained the country's resources. The people of North Korea are some of the poorest in the world, with many suffering from malnutrition and a lack of basic necessities such as clean water and electricity. Number 12. Mysterious missile technology. One of the most mysterious aspects of North Korea is its missile technology. The country has been developing missiles for decades and has been conducting missile tests on a regular basis, despite international condemnation. North Korea's missile technology is shrouded in secrecy, but it is thought to be quite advanced. In 2017, the country launched a missile that reached an altitude of over 2,000 kilometers, which is higher than any previous missile test. There is also speculation that North Korea is developing an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, that could reach the United States. This has raised concerns about the country's intentions and has led to heightened tensions between North Korea and the United States. Despite international sanctions, North Korea has continued to develop its missile technology, and it is unclear what the future holds for this secretive country. Number 11. Network attacks. North Korea is known for its reclusive nature and political tensions with the rest of the world. But did you know that it is also a hotbed for network attacks and hacks? North Korea has been accused of being behind many high-profile cyber attacks over the years, including the 2014 Sony Pictures hack, which was reportedly carried out in retaliation for the release of the movie The Interview. The country is believed to have an elite group of hackers called Unit 121, which is responsible for carrying out many of these attacks. North Korea has also been accused of using network attacks to steal money from banks and financial institutions around the world. In 2019, a report from the United Nations alleged that North Korea had stolen $2 billion through cyber attacks on financial institutions. The country's cyber capabilities are believed to be growing, and it is likely that we will see more network attacks from North Korea in the future. It is important for individuals and organizations to take steps to protect themselves from these types of attacks, including using strong passwords, keeping software up to date, and being cautious when clicking on links or opening attachments. Number 10. Kim Jong-un mysterious identity. Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea, is one of the most mysterious figures in the world. Despite being one of the most powerful men in the world, very little is known about his personal life or his upbringing. He was born in 1983 or 1984 and is believed to have been educated in Switzerland. His father, Kim Jong-il, passed away in 2011, and it was at this point that Kim Jong-un assumed power. Since then, little has been revealed about his personal life, with much of it shrouded in secrecy. In recent years, there have been rumors that he has been in poor health, although the regime has not confirmed this. Despite this, Kim Jong-un continues to be one of the most powerful leaders in the world and maintains tight control over North Korea. His identity remains shrouded in mystery, leaving many people wondering about the truth behind the man who runs one of the world's most secretive and repressive regimes. Number 9. Smuggled by North Korean officials. One of the most shocking and little-known secrets about North Korea is the fact that some high-ranking officials in North Korea are involved in smuggling. It is believed that this is a way for these officials to make extra money that they are not able to earn through their government salaries. The types of items that are smuggled out of North Korea include items such as drugs, weapons, and counterfeit currency. It is believed that North Korea is one of the largest producers of counterfeit currency in the world. The officials involved in smuggling will often use their diplomatic status to move goods across borders undetected. Some of these goods are smuggled into countries around the world, including the United States. This is a major concern for governments around the world because it means that North Korea is able to earn money to fund its nuclear program and other activities through illegal means. It also means that these smuggled items could potentially end up in the wrong hands and be used for illegal activities. Number 8. Brainwashing Education. North Korea is notorious for its brainwashing education system. Children are taught from a young age to idolize Kim Jong-un and the ruling party. In North Korean schools, the curriculum is designed to promote the government's ideology and maintain control over the population. North Korean children are taught that their leaders are infallible and that the government's way of life is the only way to live. The education system in North Korea is not about learning, but about indoctrination. Teachers are expected to teach the government's propaganda and ensure that students are loyal to the regime. The government controls everything that is taught in schools, and there is no room for critical thinking or dissent. Additionally, students are required to attend political meetings and rallies regularly, where they must show their support for the government. Education is used as a tool to reinforce the regime's power and control over the population. The brainwashing education system in North Korea is a shocking and little-known secret that shows just how far the government will go to maintain its power. Number 7. Foreign labor dispatch. One of the shocking and little-known secrets about North Korea is the extent to which they rely on foreign labor dispatch to generate revenue. North Korea has a long history of sending their workers abroad, mainly to Russia and China, to work in industries such as construction, logging, and mining. These workers are often subjected to poor working conditions and low wages, with a significant portion of their earnings being sent back to the North Korean government. This practice has been criticized by many international human rights organizations for being exploitative and a form of modern-day slavery. However, it is a significant source of revenue for the North Korean regime. It is estimated that there are approximately 100,000 North Korean workers dispatched overseas, generating an estimated $2.3 billion in revenue for the government annually. Despite the criticism, the North Korean government continues to rely on foreign labor dispatch as a way to generate much-needed foreign currency. Number 6. Female military service. In North Korea, all women are required to participate in military service. This includes not only active military duty but also training sessions that take place in high school. Female students are required to undergo 6 months of military training, after which they can choose to join the army or continue with their studies. Women who choose not to join the army are still required to participate in annual military drills until they reach the age of 23. Women in the North Korean military are often subjected to abuse and are not afforded the same rights as their male counterparts. They are forced to endure harsh living conditions and long hours of physical labor. Sexual harassment is also a significant issue within the military, but victims are often afraid to speak out due to fear of retribution. Despite these challenges, some women in North Korea choose to join the military as a means of social advancement. The military provides women with opportunities to gain skills and education that may be otherwise inaccessible. However, this decision comes at a great cost, as women in the military are subject to a strict hierarchy and must adhere to a rigorous code of conduct. Number 5. Kim Jong-un's slimming plan. One of the most unusual things you might not know about North Korea is the state's obsession with weight loss. The country's leader, Kim Jong-un, has launched a nationwide anti-obesity campaign, encouraging North Koreans to adopt a healthier lifestyle. The government has even gone so far as to create a specific slimming plan for the people. The plan includes a strict diet regime that limits the number of calories consumed per day. The government has also banned some foods that are considered to be unhealthy, such as fast food and sugary snacks. In addition to this, Kim Jong-un has encouraged North Koreans to engage in physical activity, such as playing sports and taking long walks. The government has also introduced new exercise programs and equipment to help North Koreans stay healthy. While some have criticized this campaign as a way for Kim Jong-un to control the population's health and appearance, others argue that it is a positive step towards a healthier North Korea. Number 4. Space Travel Program. While many people may be aware of North Korea's nuclear weapons program, few know about its space travel program. Despite being one of the poorest countries in the world, North Korea has invested heavily in its space program. In 2012, the country successfully launched a satellite into orbit, which was a major accomplishment for the country. However, the program is seen by many as a cover for its missile development program. While the country claims that its space program is peaceful and for scientific purposes, there are concerns that it could be used as a platform for launching missiles. The international community has expressed concern about the program, and the United Nations has imposed sanctions on North Korea for its missile and nuclear programs. Number 3. North Korea's artificial sundae. One of the most shocking and little-known secrets about North Korea is their claim to have developed an artificial sun that can illuminate an entire city. While this may sound like something out of a science fiction movie, the North Korean government has actually made this claim, and it has left many people wondering if it is true. The North Korean government has provided very little information about this artificial sun, and it is unclear how it works or if it even exists at all. Some experts believe that the North Koreans may have simply created a powerful light that they are calling an artificial sun. Others speculate that it may be some kind of nuclear reactor or other type of advanced technology. Whatever the case may be, this claim is just one example of the many bizarre and unbelievable things that have come out of North Korea over the years. Number 2. North Korea's toilet revolution. One of the more bizarre yet interesting aspects of modern North Korea is their toilet revolution that was introduced by the country's leader, Kim Jong-un. This initiative aims to improve the standard of living for the country's citizens by modernizing the country's sanitation system. Prior to this, many North Koreans had to rely on primitive outhouses and open-air pits for their daily needs. The toilet revolution has seen the construction of new public restrooms, including the use of Western-style flush toilets in some areas. The project has also seen the government encourage people to build modern toilets in their homes, with incentives offered to those who do so. While this may seem like a small step, it is a significant improvement in the lives of North Koreans, who have been deprived of many basic necessities for years. Number 1. North Korean living organ transplantation. One of the most shocking secrets about North Korea is their involvement in the illegal trade of human organs. It is rumored that the government of North Korea sanctions living organ transplantation, with prisoners and political dissidents being used as the primary source of organ donors. The organs are then sold on the black market to wealthy individuals, both within and outside North Korea. The donors are often coerced into donating their organs, with little regard for their health or well-being. Reports have also surfaced of North Korean doctors forcibly removing organs from living prisoners without any anesthesia. This practice is not only inhumane and cruel, but it is also a violation of international law. The World Health Organization has condemned the practice of living organ transplantation and has called for a global ban on the trade of human organs. However, despite the international outcry, North Korea continues to engage in this illegal and immoral practice. In conclusion, North Korea remains a mysterious country to many people around the world. With its closed borders, strict government policies, and propaganda machine, it's difficult to get an accurate picture of what daily life is like for the North Korean people. However, by learning about the country's history, culture, and political climate, we can gain a better understanding of this enigmatic nation. Whether you're interested in politics, history, or current events, North Korea is a country that will continue to capture the imagination and attention of people around the world for many years to come.